You didn't get the nod in Madison Square Garden, but you got the nod tonight. Was it worth the wait?
Yeah. I mean, I try not to think about that fight anymore. It's in the past, but I always try to go for the win, and I saw me winning this fight the whole entire time, so I wasn't really surprised with the outcome, but definitely happy with it.
It did go the distance. You had a split decision, loss in your last fight. This fight, another close matchup. When the judges were reading the scorecards, were you nervous at all?
I wasn't nervous. I thought I won. I was just telling them in the back that me and my boyfriend were watching fights, and whenever it's a split decision, he goes, "Oh, the first person they announce that wins always wins." I'm like, "No, it's random. It's totally random." Yeah. And then for the last 4 months, every split decision we watched, he's like, "I told you so. I told you so." Everyone, the first person they announced won. So yeah, they announced her, and I was like, "God damn it!" I was like, and then they said me, and I want to just I can't wait till he comes back so I can be like, "I told you so." It's not everyone, but I felt like I won. I felt I won every round.
And what was the game plan going into the fight? And do you feel like you executed that to a T?
Yeah, I try not to game plan too specific because you never really know what's going to happen. But I was confident standing on the ground. I had been working a lot on my wrestling, so I was trying to go for the takedown a lot, just because I was kind of, that's what I've been working on. I wanted to prove that. But I was confident with my boxing and my kickboxing. Actually this week we started doing a lot more kicks. I started karate when I was 4 years old, so I tried to bring back some of my karate kicks. I did Golden Gloves and boxing in high school, so I kind of got away from my kicks and just got more of a boxing style. So I tried to bring some of those elements back, and I think I executed that good.
After tonight's win, who are you looking forward to fighting next? Which opponent would you like to fight?
I want to fight as soon as possible. This was, I'm healthy and I want to fight right away. I don't like waiting. I train all the time, so if I'm training, I want to fight. I just want to try to fight anyone that's ranked above me and just work my way up.
How are you gonna celebrate tonight, or are you gonna celebrate?
Yeah, definitely some wings, some ice cream, but yeah, just enjoy the win. My teammate Maga won, so I'm pretty excited about that.
So Long Island's too far away as far as when you want to fight. You don't want to fight another New York card, is what you're saying?
I would love to fight on Long Island. I train there once a week. I spar with a couple girls out there, and I do wrestling there. But yeah, I would love to fight on that card.
Yeah, it's kind of far away though. I imagine you're looking more like International
June?
Fight Week. I think it's after that. July, actually.
July. Yeah, I would like to fight sooner, but the way it works out, July is probably realistically when they'll get me another fight. So I'm one of the only girls on the East Coast, so that card would be good for me to try to be the look for the East Coast.
Katlyn, towards the end of the second round when you got the knockdown, how important do you feel that was? Do you feel that clinched the second round for you, and how did you feel going into the third, where the fight was?
To be honest, the whole fight kind of blends together. I felt like I just fought for 15 minutes. I don't even really remember much of what happened. I just was trying to win every exchange. The whole game plan was to be the last one to punch. She's a good counter striker, so don't just punch, have her counter and stop. I want to end on every exchange. So, she's tough. I threw a good head kick and she just ate it and came forward. So, I just knew I had to win every exchange. She was strong, so I couldn't let her have any time to breathe.
Do you feel, Katlyn, like you're at a size disadvantage out there?
Yes. My natural weight would be to fight at would be 125, and I know there's a lot of other girls that struggle to make 115. My first pro fight, I tried that. I got to 117, and it was really rough being on 5'9". If they open up a flyweight, that would be perfect. And I think, I don't understand. I think it would be a good division to add. You could have a lot more like super fights. I think they should look at the women's division a little bit differently than they look at the men's, where there's going to be a lot more girls fighting in two divisions. Now that I fought at 135, I'm a little comfortable there. So if they open up 125, I would be open to fighting at both. And I think there would be a lot of really good matchups, and there wouldn't be girls suffering to go down, and there wouldn't be girls like myself that are giving up a size disadvantage.
Obviously, you can't answer for their decisions, but why do you think they've gone from 135 to 115 to 145 and left this hole there when there are so many women campaigning for this division?
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe they added the heavier division. To me, it's just girls that are ranked lower in the 135 just going up, but like who's going to fight there now, you know what I mean? And most of the girls, they're just going to fight there if they need someone to fight. But if you watch like Invicta and stuff, mostly every card has 125 has the most girls on the all their cards, 125 has the most fights on the card, and I think that's anyone that really follows women's MMA, I think that's like one of the most entertaining weight divisions. So I don't know why they skipped that. I think maybe, I think guys just think, oh, well, 125s can either go up or down, but that's 20 pounds is a big difference, especially for girls at a lighter weight.
And so against Aldana, who could also fight at 145, she's pretty big for 135. Did you feel like when you were trying to take her down, did you feel like you were, fighting someone who was a little bit bigger
A little bit, when I spar and I spar my first 7 fights were 125. I felt like I could kind of use my strength a little bit. I don't feel quite like I can bully people around. I have to use perfect techniques to get that takedown. Whereas sometimes, if you're stronger, you can kind of just get away without it. She's very strong, but I expected that. But also, I just think I needed to be a little bit more technical in my takedown, and I would have got it. I don't necessarily think it was a size factor.
How much weight do you cut, by the way?
I walk around like 141.
Okay. But at the
Eating.
beginning of the week? Like that's...
Oh, no, like all the time,
Like
yeah.
when you came here on Tuesday, how much did you weigh?
When I came Tuesday, it was 140.
Okay.
Yeah.
Katlyn, you get so much support from the Armenian community on social media and seen a lot of flags here today. What does that type of support mean for you?
Yeah, it's amazing. Since I never really got any of that. And then when I made my UFC debut, the Armenian community just like exploded and gave me so much support, and that's just been amazing because, even though I was born in America, I don't really get that from Americans, but from all the Armenian community, it's amazing, and that makes me, want to go out there and fight for them. So, I really appreciate that support.
What do you think it takes to stand out in a division that's revolved around Ronda Rousey for 4 or 5 straight years?
I think now, I think it was revolved around her because she was the first to really step into this division, and it was kind of built around her. But I think now the sport's evolving, and people are being more open-minded and looking at all the other fighters. So I think right now being well-rounded, just like it is for the guys, guys that are good at just one aspect aren't necessarily dominating. It's the guys that can, are good stand-up wrestling, striking, jiu-jitsu. I think those are the people that are standing out. So for the women's division, I think the newer girls that are coming up, not necessarily the veterans, I think they're a little bit more well-rounded, and I think that's what makes us stand out.